welcome to our finale of A Neverending Dream. Some announcements before we begin. You can find all of our important links if you're in chat by doing !links. And it'll give you all of our links from our link tree, Patreon, Tiltify, where to raise money for Color of Change, all that fun stuff can be found in one concise location now, and that's our link tree. Linktree / mimics and monstrosities. Pretty easy. Also, this past Sunday was our premiere of Codex Legendarium, our new Sunday campaign. You can check that out on our Twitch VOD, YouTube VOD, and then the podcast version of that went up today. So, new Sunday campaign. It's in a party of entirely hot characters, so go check it out.
Just raw sex appeal.
Yep. And that's streamed on our Twitch every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Yup. Last we left off, y'all fought some stuff in a castle and eventually got to this sort of weird nursery where a baby was in the nursery. A baby version of the Nightmare King, and a fight happened in there, killed a hag, Madam Stink, and then proceeded forward to fight the Nightmare King himself, a dude in leather and chains, killed him, and then he turned into a big fucking dragon. And during the fight, Ty was sitting on the throne during said fight, and he died with some heat metal, some chains, and some people using their thinking ability checks to aid in the fight, which is why I developed that idea. And Jaketh destroyed the tank, which was just cool. And eventually, the Nightmare King was defeated with Ty sitting on the throne, and it seemed like the entire realm, the Nightmare, was falling apart and collapsing because it didn't have a Dream Lord. And as that's happening, as the realm of the Nightmare begins to collapse, as if this entire domain is about to be wiped out, everything seems to halt and freeze in time. The bookkeeper arrives with the infant version of Somnoctus curled up on the back of him, blowing snot bubbles and playing with the bookkeeper's cat-like ears. And as the collapse of the realm is halted for the moment, the bookkeeper flies towards a throne where you find yourselves.
Right, so what is it that you need to tell us?
The child woke up a few moments ago, and he just looks directly at Ty. The realm is collapsing. Without the Dream Lord to sustain it, we're all about to cease existing. That said, it would appear one of you already took a seat on the throne. The choice has already been made, so the process has been halted for now. Meow.
Would it be okay if I gave it to you, right? Can we just switch places? Is that okay?
You've already sat on the throne. You've already taken up the position. I must remain a guardian. This realm needs a bookkeeper. We have a lot to speak about. With the defeat of Somnoctus, my memories have returned to me. So yes, we have much to discuss, and I can answer any questions you all may have. But the memories you've also all lost about this place should be returning.
Right, okay. Why can't we die? What's going on there? I mean, I know all you're thinking it, right? Jy'kyth? Anna?
But
Us dying is well, not dying.
Right.
Creatures of the dream have a hard time dying here. Endless cycles of rebirth and reincarnation.
Are we allowed to
I
go?
know I'm a dream, but what does that mean?
You've met me, but there were 4 other guardians. The guardians of the dream were tasked with protecting the Dream Lord and the dream as a whole. When Somnoctus fell to corruption, he sought out the guardians and slew 4 of the 5, and imprisoned me as he needed me to continue my duties keeping logs of every recorded dream. He needed the bookkeeper. When they died, their fey-like forms dissolved, and their spirits were whisked away to the mortal realm and reincarnated over the course of eons, and in the process lost their memories of their home with no desire or thoughts to return. There's a reason the 4 of you can manipulate this realm while most other creatures cannot. There's a reason the 4 of you escaped Somnoctus' grasp, unlike the other dreamers. I sensed a familiarity when we met in my tower, but I did not know why. You all felt the infant and the nursery were familiar, yes? I did describe the nursery as familiar.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Millions of years ago, in your reference of time, you all helped me build that nursery after we found Somnoctus, gestures to the baby on his back, in the glade that would become the city you saw below. The 5 of us created the dream all those years ago based around the slumbering child we found in the glade. Destiny, if you want to call it that, brought you home to right the mistake. The guardians must be born again. We must ensure the child does not follow the path of his predecessor and continue to guard this realm. You all have a choice, though. You made connections and lives in the mortal world. You can return to those lives, but your memories of this place, of all of the events that have unfolded, all of the people you've met, since you left your world initially, will vanish and seem like a strange dream before the memories of that dream, too, vanishes. The 3 of you may leave if you wish, but Ty sat upon the throne. I mentioned that once Somnoctus was defeated, the creature that sits on the throne takes up the new mantle of Dream Lord, and Ty has claimed the position of the new Dream Lord. When Ty changes and returns to their true Fey form, they will begin shaping this realm, hopefully, to something better than it is currently. The work of Somnoctus is already being reversed. The people taken and consumed by him are returning to their worlds as if they all had a bad dream. Then, those memories will fade to protect this place. But, as I said, the 3 of you who did not sit upon the throne have a choice. You may stay and return to the Fey forms you had when this was your home and resume your duties as guardians of the dream and give up your mortal lives. The memory of you will be forgotten to all those who crossed your path, but assurances can be made that loved ones, should you have any, will be taken care of as appreciation but also compensation for a loss they will not understand. Or, you may return to the mortal life you made and lose all memories of this place. You will forget the people gathered here, and he kind of gestures to everybody. You will forget everything that brought you on this path. You will wake up in your bed as if you had a strange dream that you can't recall, and your connection to this realm will be severed. If none of you wish to stay, Ty and myself will have a task of finding more individuals worthy of the title of Guardian of the Dream, and turns to Ty. Your change shall begin momentarily. You will return to the form you once held as a guardian of this place.
Oh, no more? Just like knocks on the metal. Huh. And when you were saying that, taking up the throne once Somnoctus was killed, I did not think you meant literally. I thought that was more metaphorical in the moment.
There must always be a creature on the throne to prevent the dream from collapsing.
I thought there may have been some words, not just a simple tushy on the throne.
Will a worthy Tushy on the throne? And since the collapse has been halted, a worthy Tushy has sat on the throne.
I love that. The bookkeeper said that. It's so good. That's so good, Justin.
These words, or they know.
yet.
Well, I think I'm going to stay. I think that's
Right, well, I mean, what will we be doing as guardians, right? Sounds a little boring right now.
You will be protecting this realm for all eternity, ensuring people of the mortal realms dream soundly and safely.
You mean like what them fellows are doing with the dream manipulation?
The Dreamwalkers are
from
different.
those?
The Dreamwalkers can step into the dreams. The Guardians reside in this place, unable to interfere with dreams. The Guardians protect this realm once it returns to the Feywild.
Protect it from what?
Outside incursions, should they ever arise. To also slay the Dream Lord if they fall to corruption again.
Right. The reason we need a dream law is to keep nightmares from coming true.
And gestures to the state of the castle collapsing and everything, and also to prevent the dream from collapsing. The Dream Lord can never leave the throne, otherwise they will fall to corruption, like Somnoctus.
we still get to manipulate things around here.
Yes, and you will have an easier time doing so once you have become a guardian. You will not be bound to just manipulating your surroundings. You'll be able to do what I can do, manifest things into reality.
Is that why you became a caterpillar?
No, this has been my form since the beginning.
Do we look like you?
You each have your own distinct appearance, which you will remember in due time.
All
if you
right.
stay.
Well, I'm going to say what I returned to is not that great. I've come to realize. So
Ty puts up a high five towards Jaketh.
it's like the slow, like.
Are you about to hit me?
I can teach you how to ride a broom of flying, Jaketh, and we can teach Somnoctus too.
Fun.
Hey, that's what all the kids loved at the orphanage, didn't they, Anna?
Some of them didn't. Some of them did.
Think
There
she
was a
did.
lot of kids. You know, not everybody loves flying.
So, is this realm? Is it just this city?
No, it is beyond. It is a domain in the Feywild. It is unending,
But
infinite.
Are there more people? Is it just us?
There were more people, but if the realm is being restored with Ty on the throne, then those people shall return. The people that are of this place shall return to their true form.
Right, just seems.
Does my worthy Tushy have to sit on the throne indefinitely, or can I walk around?
You can walk around, but you have to return to the throne every night.
Oh, okay. Ty's gonna, like, stand up for a second. Just, like, making sure things aren't, like, going to shit around them.
Okay.
And then they're gonna walk over to Anna and just give Anna, like, the biggest hug and the biggest squeeze.
Alright. As you're hugging Anna, you feel Ty start to change a bit. The metal feeling starts to go away. Brittany, if you can think of it, what do you think Ty's true, like, Fey form would look like?
I think Ty's true Fey form, it would be very colorful and vibrant, like a children's cartoon with, like, instead of, like, hair, it'd almost be like pink, thick tendrils that kind of float around. They'd have blue skin. They'd smell like chocolate chip cookies. They'd be in some sort of green dress. And in every pocket, there'd be snacks and toys. Very like whimsical and like Miss Frizzle like.
Okay. So as the hug breaks apart on a, that is what you're looking at now. That's what everybody's looking at.
You know, this is a much better change than the checkerboard.
Oh, wow. Ty's gonna go to their pocket and they just grab a chocolate chip cookie and they just start munching down on it.
Okay.
Oh, it's so nice to eat. Oh, these are better than I thought. And they're just going to town. Anna, do you want one? Jy'kyth? Hubert?
Yeah, I'll have one.
I'm okay.
Sure, I'll take a cookie.
Jaketh, you said you were going to stay too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also start to feel a little tingling sensation.
Uh-oh.
What would Jaketh's true Fae form look like, if you could think of it?
I imagine Jaketh is not as elegant or flashy as Ty. Jaketh is more noticeable. You know, his ears would shift up into those sharp points.
Yeah.
Taking on his greenish skin will become, you know, fuller and take a much more angular elven appearance to it. A deep autumn color. Hair grows longer as well. I think he's probably Eladrian.
Yeah.
Probably an autumn Eladrian, something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, so smells of fall leaves and
Hot.
yeah.
That's hot.
Jaketh is essentially the skeletal version of this
Okay.
entity in a sense.
Cool. And as like those two changes happen, he says, "Oh, and the guardians have dominion over their own realm of the dream, able to shape it to their will. Buildings, if you want to see, have buildings there. Rivers, streams, forests."
Right. Well, I imagine this is me now. Who I've always kind of right.
Yes.
You look good, Jaketh. Like, damn. Hi.
Hello. This is odd to remember but forget at the same time.
Ty just kind of puts their hand out and is just imagining just a nice, sweet cup of like hot cocoa to go along with these
Just
cookies.
manifests in your hand. No check required.
He just starts dunking it in and just eating it, and they're just like, they are just so happy. Oh, this is the cinnamon. Oh, there's nutmeg in this. Oh, so good.
Right. Well, you can't regret what you don't remember. I think I might head on back. Sorry, fellas.
You've done nothing wrong, Hubert. Don't be sorry.
Well,
You with Natalie.
yeah,
You've come
and
this far to find her.
well,
Be a shame not to go see her.
yeah. I mean, they'd be fine without me. But I don't know. I like a little bit of struggle. This will be my last one, right? The last reincarnation.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, now I'm gonna go. What? A few more years in me? Probably less.
I can tell you exactly how many you have in you if you'd like to know.
Don't you fucking dare. Right. Well, I would be happy to forget my little limb rearrangement. But it will be a true tragedy that I won't remember any of you.
Jaketh is gonna imagine. Don't know if this is gonna carry any weight or if it's possible, but he's going to imagine a maybe a little bit smaller than a palm size flat stone of amber with a ring of the same colored metal that Ty once was. But inside of it, it looks like there's small, erratic sparks of wild magic within the center that seem to almost have gears that shift if you look at it at the right angle. And kind of like pressed into the center is a would it be like a tankard, something that you would envision like a tavern owner to have, just like a coin size, maybe about that big, and it'll catch it,
Yep, it appears in your hand.
and he will offer it to Hubert.
Wait, what? Stuff
You-
stick around? Or is this just gonna go poof?
If it goes poof, it goes poof. But
It
it's
will go poof.
okay. Well,
Well,
you hold it for now.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
I do.
Everything you've acquired while hopping between the dreams will also go poof.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
your shovel.
Shovel was acquired before the dream.
Oh, that is true.
Will you still remember Shovel?
Yeah, but yeah, yes, Shovel will still be there. There will be memories
Right.
of Shovel and but things
So-
will be modified.
Right, so I suppose right before was the Ravens folk, right?
Yes,
The Weir Ravens,
yes,
right then. Was that it?
yes.
Where my memory would probably take up?
Yep, and it'll be modified so you don't feel compelled to look into events.
Right. But, like maybe their drink didn't quite work on me or something?
Most likely.
Yeah, that sounds right. Would I be stuck in the Shadowfell?
No, you will, as I mentioned, you will wake up in your bed at home.
Oh,
Like that everything was a dream after that.
right. But I'll have shovel.
Yes.
That's good. Right?
Yep.
But what about Shovel's memories?
That'll be taken too.
Oh,
That's the real
Oh, no.
tragedy here.
oh no. I was really hoping, but you had to say it. It's okay. It's alright. Shovel, you alright with this?
Yep. This place sucks.
Yeah.
So I think that means the only weapon Hubert will keep when Hubert goes back is shovel. And the book flail.
Yeah, I think the glaive was broken but got restored. But I think I don't know if it'll.
The greatsword goes away though.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I can't remember. Where the fuck is Billy?
Billy got fucking killed.
He got killed.
Billy's
He's
not,
dead.
like,
Billy's fucking
Killed
murked.
last
He's dead.
episode.
Yeah,
Like,
Billy
he
got
was
smushed.
Dead,
Yeah, he
dead.
got killed by
Oh,
the
he
dragon.
was dead, dead.
And then burnt up
Yeah.
with the lava right next
Yep.
to him.
Right.
Anna, are you staying?
I came this far with Ty. I'm not gonna leave without him.
What about the people you're looking for?
I think it's most likely for the better in their lives if they forget me.
I apologize if, my marriage wasn't quite a good example of what you had to look forward to.
No, I just think it's better for everyone if
Is-
they forget me.
Is that your final choice? Well, your choice?
As long as they're taken care of,
They will be taken
And
care
they
of.
they live good lives, then I guess that's what the universe wants, isn't it?
That's what you want, whatever you want.
I mean, I really wanted the throne, but I guess this is the next best thing.
I'm sorry, Anna.
It's fine. I'm still getting something.
Alright, the change starts to come over you too then. What does Anna's true Fey-like form appear to be?
Biblically accurate angel.
Alright.
Just radiant light, many arms, many eyes. Too many eyes. Please stop with the eyes. Just eyes.
That's enough slices.
Alright, so...
And tall. Tall.
Like how tall?
Oh,
10, 12,
like- 15.
15 feet? Alright,
Yeah. Just biblically accurate angel.
alright. And that's, you guys all watch as that's what Anna turns into.
Fuck.
15-foot tall angel. Basically like celestial, like planetar almost, but less green.
Would they remember themselves having different names, like true names now?
Whatever name, I guess we'll find out. Whatever names you choose to be going forward, you may do. So, I have always been the bookkeeper. You all had titles before, but we can come to that eventually.
Right. Feeling quite the third wheel right now, so I should probably, get it. Yeah.
Ty's
Or you
gonna
know
go.
what? I'm actually really fucking hungry. Do you think we could have a meal before we leave? Before, maybe a couple drinks.
What kind of meal, Hubert?
Oh, fucking everything. Right?
Ty's just,
everything.
Ty's just gonna think of like a grand dining, like a long table that you'd see at like a communal like bar or something like that, probably like 20 feet long, with like all the fixins, like the things that Hubert would have at his bar, from the different like meals that Ty would make at the orphanage, just like Anna, and all these like whimsical like treats, like puffed pastries the size of like baseballs and mandarin oranges had have been cut up into tiny little slices with hints of like cinnamon and whipped cream and jello, and a gorgeous meat spread with kubasa and cheese and rye bread with garlic infused butter and thyme, and coffees, Turkish
Right.
coffees, Vietnamese. Like, it's just like
Right.
the whole.
All the gin's coming
Yeah.
out here.
As this is filling in,
He was like, yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Ty. I haven't been good at this stuff since we got here. Could you get some grave dirt for shovel?
Ooh,
Like a
yeah,
nice platter.
yeah. Ty
Yeah.
is going
Fuck yeah.
to make the most delectable grave dirt appear, something
Okay.
that has a good moss to nitrate ratio, something extremely tasty for shovel,
Okay.
with just a hint up bits of ground up bone in there so you get just the right amount to chew.
All right, so this platter arrives with the dirt on it, and as it arrives, the dirt kind of starts moving a bit, and a hand
Well,
out of the
Shovel.
out of the dirt. It looks like
Is it a real boy?
it's like a tiny little purplish gray hand, like, and there's kind of like oil running down it.
Yeah. Hubert's gonna lightly bonk it with shovel, not
the
like
fuck?
to hurt it, but he's
Oh,
just
God.
gonna like bonk.
Billy?
And pull another like of these like weird oil covered hands comes out.
does he a boggle?
And head pops out, and it's this completely bald, almost goblinoid head with a big bulbous nose, kind of a really bad underbite, big yellow eyes, hooked hairy ears, and he goes, "What the fuck?"
Hi. It is nice to meet you.
Just looks around. Where the fuck am I?
Well, you're alive.
The fuck are you people?
Jaketh, Ty, Anastasia. You know,
Oh, it's you fuckheads.
yeah, well, it's you.
Climbs
And
out of the
your-
grave dirt.
Most natural looking form we've seen you in.
Looks at his hands. Nah.
This is very fitting.
Can he imagine
For
the
you.
knife that Billy used to wield?
Yeah.
And he's gonna summon it for Billy. You know, flick it on the yeah.
Grabs it and just starts immediately stabbing like into like a turkey and is like cutting it up. Yes, Billy is now a boggle.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh, fucking fitting.
Before I forget,
He's gonna take out the greater silver sword, and he's just gonna lightly put it on the table.
figured I should leave this for you.
Jaketh is gonna imagine down the blade, Hubert, like really fancy letters, just like
Okay.
engraved on the blade in the middle.
All shows up.
We'll hang it somewhere nice.
You know,
Are we gonna forget
After-
him?
probably about after
No.
a few eons, you might, right? I mean, especially if this place starts to pick up, you get a little bit of events happening. Oh, Hubert, I'll be eons old, long gone dead. You just look at that, you know, silver sword and go, who the fuck is Hubert? You can always look forward to that, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I know I will enjoy that. I'll be laughing somewhere when that happens.
Yeah.
He's just gonna start. He's just gonna start like, just going all out revelry, and sing a couple of the tavern songs that he knows.
Okay. As the feast is happening, Ty, the realm does start to shift a bit and change. How would Ty? We're just gonna do this step by step. How would Ty envision Somnoctus's castle to change? Like, what would Ty's version of that look like?
Pink walls.
Okay. You all see the walls start to turn pink,
Like bubblegum pink.
bubblegum pink walls.
the molding along like the edges and stuff would be like a pastel yellow just to kind of complement it. Very like
Ew.
bright.
So just
And the throne,
here we go.
because like it's probably, it looks like jagged.
It's like
And
jagged and shadow, yeah. And all these, there's all the chains everywhere, the hooked, barbed chains everywhere.
the change would slowly start like coming off and then just kind of like disappearing. And it would get slightly wider so that it looks like more than one person can sit on it at a time. And there is it's still a very cushy red chair.
Okay.
But the throne, instead of just like fixed legs, it looks like it's able to start, you can almost like a rocking chair.
Okay.
And there's starting to be gold trim around it. And on the top of it, it says focus. And then Ty would kind of like go towards it and like sit on it, and it's like cushy memory foam, and it's just like, ah. And then just kind of like beckons for Hubert to come over.
What?
Come here, Hubert.
What? All right. Well,
Don't
this
you
is
laugh like
new.
Santa Claus?
What's going on?
And like Ty just kind of puts their arm around Hubert and just like,
Oh, that's nice.
we'll never forget you, Hubert. You're part of this family.
Well,
You
I
see
won't
all of
hold you.
this?
I won't hold you to that. But thanks.
Hubert disintegrates. No.
Overkill.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
We'll make sure you and your wife's dreams are nice and good.
That'd be nice.
The only sad part is I never got to see your tavern.
Well, you kinda did. I'll try dreaming of it sometime so that you can just peek in.
That would be lovely, Hubert.
Just don't peek too deeply. People get a little freaky.
Ah, yes, yes. It's like Ty is just gives Hubert just like the biggest of hugs. And you
Oh.
just, if it was possible, there would be extra arms coming off and
Yep.
just like big, just like squeezing her soul into him.
Oh, right, yeah. You know, as much as I enjoy this is very weird.
Ty will like take off all the arms.
I'll
I
miss
hope you
guys.
wake up-
Well, I guess I won't miss you guys, but you know.
I hope you wake up feeling rested.
Me too. Hopefully not with a hangover. Glug, 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 glug. All right, I think I've had my fill.
Are you sure
Sure, what?
that you've had your fill?
Oh, yeah. I'm a glutton for a lot of things, but I think I'm pretty full now.
Should we make this a night to remember?
I mean, that's very mean of you to say, considering what's going to happen to me.
That is very true.
But I understand.
Maybe later then.
Right. Right. Well, what now? Do I just... Is there any mystical portal I need to,
Nope.
slip and slide down?
Nope.
No? Do I
Just imagine yourself waking up.
Ah, right.
You can also pinch yourself too.
Oh, that would work. Well, you gonna be all right. Y'all feel good. Like, you're fine.
Yes, I think I am.
Anna,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know. I'm not quite sure where to look on your visage. Is there an eye that you like in particular?
Hold, I'm still very new to this as well, so that is such a great question. Thank you so much for asking.
I just don't want to look upon any parts of you that are, not to be stared upon. Not sure what's what here.
I mean, you're a friend, so like, I guess you can look at the eyes. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but like, and she'll just like crane her head down and just be like right in front of his face, like these ones, I guess.
That is. Alright. Well, we haven't always seen eye to eye, but
To eye, to eye, to eye, to eye.
did you say to eye? But you've caused me to reflect on a lot of things.
Oh, that's never good.
Right. Well,
I am so
they'll be all
sorry for
gone.
that.
They'll be all gone. Don't worry about it. Right. So, I just want you to know that all of you,
And he looks to Jaketh as well.
have changed me. I think for the better. And I look forward to finding this person again. I hope I can do it. But I might not. Not without all you.
You've had it in you.
The secret ingredient was you the whole time.
Nope, I've had enough of this. I won't miss any of you. But I will, but I won't. In this moment, I love all of you.
Ty pulls out a cookie and gives it to him, just like, I know it won't last, but for the road.
Alright. Later.
And he and he pinches himself on the chest.
All right.
Yeah.
You all watch as it's
With his
kind of
nips.
Nip pinch.
it's kind of like a fade in, fade out kind of effect. Just kind of fades into the background and disappears.
All right. Well, Ty, you were doing quick work of this place.
I hope he does find her. And then as like Ty's kind of like thinking about that, just on the wall appears this giant mural of Ty, Anna, Hubert, and Jaketh. just all together as their forms were last,
Okay.
just like on the wall to like the right of the throne. And then every like I'd say like 5 feet or so along the walls, like potted plants start to appear, just like wonderful things from the Feywild, like beautiful flowers and stuff like that. And above them, um, where the castle ceiling would be, uh, partially it's starting to turn to windows to let like natural light in. It's very like warm and fuzzy. It smells like freshly baked cookies in here. On the floor, there's starting to be this blue carpet taking effect. And it's a little more of like a shaggy carpet in some areas. So like you could like sit down and relax.
Okay.
And then Ty goes over to Somnoctus and just thinks of like a little baby bottle filled with like warm temperature appropriate milk.
Okay.
And just like, is he hungry? Does he need to eat?
Most likely.
May I?
Of course.
Ty's going to like pick him up from the sling and just like starts like feeding him the bottle and just like starts like humming, just like is very happy because they were happy to do this back at the orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
And they start like from like their mouth they start like blowing bubbles to try to like calm them down and like make him laugh and get him comfortable.
Okay. You also feel the city below start to change too, the city of Nod, which is the Dream Lord's realm of the dream. What does that start to look like?
It starts to take on, it starts to feel a little warmer, but plants start growing, grass starts growing. The if it like the cold harsh streets start turning to like cobblestone, the lampposts start appearing and it looks like there's almost like little lightning bugs inside to light everything up. It's very it it's just it's jovial. It's so warm. The shops, like the grime is gone from the streets, like you want to be outside. The air is just different now. The There's like different types of buildings that you see. It's not just like all just like cookie cutter like box stores, if you know what I mean. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have these like whimsical tall buildings. You have these like little short stubby ones, some for like smaller face, some for taller face. And you see little chimneys start peering out and you see pink smoke from some houses and blue smoke from the others. And it just feels like home.
Okay. Well, we should most likely start getting the other realms of the dream situated again, I believe. Jaketh, Anna, who wants to go first?
Anna, you can have the. Oh,
Now you can have the honor.
all right.
Who am I coming with?
Oh, you don't get one of your own?
No.
You can go with Jaketh.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Wait. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Just remember, I can change that knife into something that you won't like. Just remember that.
I'm aware.
Okay. All right, let's go.
All right. There's like a popping noise, and Jaketh, you're with Billy the Boggle, kind of standing in empty space, kind of like a void that hasn't been imagined yet. What does Jaketh's domain of the dream look like?
God. Um. Okay. It is. It is. The best way to kind of put it, there are. It's what you would imagine if the underwater and above surface kind of melded together, where certain aspects of plant life and foliage are similar, that would take it essentially would take an appearance of like an aquatic sense. The wind has that faint smell of like almost sometimes fresh water and sometimes like that briny sea salt to it, and you could see the some kelp-like entities, blow in the wind, though there are regular looking trees and such. And yeah, it's the animal life are a mix of what, things that could survive amphibious and things that could survive underwater, and both.
Good to know.
Yeah, and yeah, no, there are crabs. I was getting to that. There are a plethora of crabs, multicolored, of all shapes and sizes. And, there's one particular one that has a nice little crown situated upon his head. And his home, I'm going to say, the place where he would reside, is essentially what looks like a normal bark-sized tree, but it grows up into one of those spongy, brain-like coral entities with the various holes for like viewing and such. And there is close to it, there's a little chicken coop style home that has a little ladder that leads down into this big old oily mud pit. And written on the little chicken coop style home, it says Billy.
Okay.
Yep. He'll have a few of those other boggles
Okay.
around as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Some hours of the night when you're sleeping. Well, you're a fake creature, so you don't sleep, but when you're relaxing in your home, you can just hear strange noises coming from the boggle
my
coop.
God. Not him fucking murdering these other boggles. He is. God. Oh man, yeah. He's just gonna live with it.
The next day, you kind of wake up and there's something sitting kind of not too far from your house. It's made of wood, but it's impossible. It's the tank, but it's made of wood and vegetation, and completely works completely, like 100%.
Did Billy build this for me? Or did I dream it myself? Who did it? He'll look around.
You never find out.
He's gonna always assume that it was Billy.
Yeah, completely functional. It's just made of wood now.
He'll drive it up and
actually it'd be made of the same materials as like your little domains, like coral
and such.
Yeah.
He'll drive it for old time's sake. He'll kind of have every time that he kind of gets in it and drives it around, just because he'll envision like kind of not really amorphous because they're gonna have a form, but it's almost like if you see like a shadow in your peripheral and you recognize it, it's gonna be of the other three sitting in the ballistas in their older, their forms before their current forms.
Okay.
Hubert, Ty, and Anastasia.
All right. It's your turn, Anna.
Sick. I have zero thought to this.
Great.
Let's go.
He bolts towards you, flies like right towards your head, grips onto your head with like his little cat head, like headbutt, and then you're also in a void space resembling nothing. What does Anastasia's domain look like turn into whatever.
We start with not like dense woods, but wooded areas. Very lush, green forest and nature. And but it's nature that has reclaimed urban spaces.
Okay.
It's a very specific vibe, like the urban skyscrapers covered in vines, not post-apocalyptic, but like very comforting vibes. It's a very, like, there's animals that you would find like deer. They all look just the slightest bit off, like you're not really sure it's a deer. There might be a couple too many eyes. And
Okay.
you know, they walk on the back legs. Deer don't do that.
Nope.
Like, I guess the best way to describe it is cryptids.
Excellent. All right.
Anastasia's domain is probably not nightmares, but when you just have a dream, you're like, what the fuck was I
Nice.
thinking?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Like, that's a great.
And you're just
idea.
like, you wake up and you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck was that? That's Anastasia's domain.
Okay.
So it's reflected in, you know, obviously the animals not looking like they should, and the world looking just the slightest bit off. And where Anastasia resides is on the edge of the main urban area that's been reclaimed. There's a little cottage. Very cozy witch cottage vibes, like witch at the edge of town you go to for potions.
Okay.
And that's where she resides with
Okay.
she has a little pet. It looks like a little puppy dog. It's got 6 legs. And she wants a little reminder of Hubert with her. And in this moment, the only thing she can remember is when Hubert had his legs and arms switched around.
Okay.
So that's what's reflected in the little dog that follows her around. And then she'll have memories of Ty. In one of the urban buildings is shaped like Ty.
Okay.
And then I don't know what she'd do for Jaketh. I honestly don't. Maybe a crab or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Anastasia bonded with Jy'kyth that much.
Not a lot of shit talking.
We've done a lot of shit talking, not a whole lot of bonding.
They'll see each other.
Yeah.
Being really reminders of each other. Jaketh probably voices shit out of Anastasia's domain, though.
Once you're considering eons, though,
Yeah.
like you could not see each other for 200 years.
Now we're gonna have Sunday dinner every day.
Hard pass on that.
Yeah, that's Anastasia's domain, as she is the shepherd of dreams.
Fucked up dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really nightmares, but still dreams you can wake up feel a little weird about.
Yeah,
Alright.
like the dreams you have when you take too many shrooms.
Yep.
It's like that moment you realize it's a dream when you're dreaming. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, right.
That is Anastasia's domain.
All right. Hubert. wake up in your bed, having just waking up from a weirdest fuck dream.
Right. So, I don't want to role play this, but because it could not be true. Like, he got kind of sort of like kicked out by his wife from his tavern and home.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd been living on the street for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last thing that he had remembered. So what would be the situation right now with his?
Wherever you want him to wake up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's just leaning against. He wakes up leaning against against a building in an alleyway.
Okay. You wake up, shovel on your back, a weird dream kind of barely, like one of those dreams you can barely remember when you wake up, and it kind of just fades.
Trouble?
Yeah.
Do you remember what we were doing? Last I think we were in Shadowfell? But
Were we though?
I don't know. I mean, I found you in a weird place, right? We found each other.
Yep. And then we got really drunk and passed out.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, I still gotta find, Natalie. But I better check in on Annabelle.
Okay.
It feels strange.
Yeah,
Like time has passed, right?
Eh. Just feels like
Worried.
we were sleeping. Maybe we just slept too long.
What year is it?
Someone's like 1497.
Okay.
And that seems right, even though the campaign started in 1496. Just 1497 sounds accurate.
Right, all right. Well, suppose I better check in.
Okay.
Do I look all right?
Because he likes to like spruce himself up before he goes back into the establishment and meets his daughter again. He just wants to kind
You look like you slept in the street.
Right, let's freshen up.
and he's gonna try to either find a puddle or a fountain somewhere.
Pretty easy to
do. Try to get cleaned up, and then head home.
Okay. You can make your way home. It's where it always is.
He'll just look in through one of the windows, see if he can spot Annabelle.
Yep.
Oh, she's fine. We don't need to go in there, do we?
It's up to you.
Right now. Nah. Well, hopefully them guards aren't still after me. Thinking that I did something to my wife.
He
Oh,
looks around.
right. The guards just walk past you. Oh, apologies about the mix-up earlier.
Right. Well, I seem to have lost my faculties recently. Could you remind me?
Oh, another long night?
Well, yeah.
I don't know, really. We don't even really know.
What?
Everything's fine.
Now, where's my wife?
wherever she should be?
She was missing.
No.
Yeah.
No. And then the memory of her going missing just also fades.
So he's just. Oh my god.
Or did you
Hubert's in
you
a
had
bad spot, guys. Cause now he's just a fucking. Now he's just a hobo that got kicked out on the street by his wife, and now he's too scared to come back. Yeah, he'll walk
Good
away.
choice, Hubert. Good
That's
choice.
it. That's it. Yeah. That's it for now. That's all. He's like, he's gonna try to just find the next meal.
Okay.
Maybe get a temp job or something.
Okay. All right. Does he ever go see if his wife is actually not missing?
You know what? Maybe we'll save that for some other time. We'll just leave it open for now.
All right. Back in the Feywild, you all reconvene for your every 200-year dinner. It's kind of similar to the dinner in Alice in Wonderland. All these weird fey creatures kind of gathering at the table. Billy with his
Anastasia brings weird creatures from
of
her
course.
realm, of course.
Billy comes with like 37 mini boggles and his 8 boggle wives.
Oh.
Oh.
He was
Fucking get it, Billy!
Bag and boggles.
That's right.
There we go.
It was the
Boggle
weird
bitches
noises
for
Jy'kyth
days.
was hearing.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Jaketh was hearing, was just boggle banging.
I'm so sorry, Jaketh. Like, whatever.
He has a
Go to
really
your
loud
life.
harp. He plays a really loud harp.
Jy'kyth became the Hubert of Boggles.
Yep.
But you all come to this dinner.
He's had to add mansion. It's a little mini mansion now.
But you all return to, like, you know, your first dinner for not having seen each other for 200 years, which is like for creatures such as yourselves, that's just like minutes. It's really inconsequential amount of time. You gather at the dinner table. The bookkeeper is there at the head of the table, kind of similar to the Mad Hatter would be, and there's all this spread out on the table. And he just goes, "How was your first 200 years?"
It was nice to be back.
It was great.
Oh.
I think you poked your eye with your drink there, Anna. Maybe you should reduce your.
It's water. It's different.
You can see Somnoctus is a little older. Not 200 years older, just a little older. He's maybe toddler now. He's like 4 or 5.
Ty would just be like blowing bubbles with him
Okay.
and just showing him like you touch them and like they pop and just making a game with him.
Okay. And this would be, every 200 years you meet again for another dinner. Every time there's more boggles.
Fuck yeah, Billy.
Kith has had to
Get it?
create
Live
a
it
whole
up.
boggle,
The
whole
pyramid scheme
boggle
of boggles.
country sequestered.
Every 200 years, Somnoctus gets 5 years older.
God, do we have to go through teenage years with him?
Yeah. You're the Guardians. This is your job.
Oh god.
Ty's taking it in stride. They are so used to this.
Teenagers by My Chemical Romance plays.
Sure, yeah, you think about it and it does. And during one excursion, Somnoctus is a teenager finally getting the choices to do what he wants. You all hear knocking on each of your doors in your domain. You open the door and there's nothing there but a flaming bag of blank dog shit.
Billy,
Shit,
dinner.
this kid.
Oh, Uber Eats fucked up my order again.
Yet again.
But then at some point, most likely before your 200th year, your first 200th dinner, you all feel like this little twinge of sadness. Just a sense
Something like that.
that someone you were close to, who helped you get here, at some point, time passes differently, passes away. Don't know when, don't know how. The bookkeeper knows when and knows how, but none of you do. He never shares the knowledge.
That bitch.
And
Kick his ass at the next dinner.
the future of the dream goes well. It leaves the domains of dread after Somnoctus' corruption and returns as a domain in the Feywild again. And however the future of these kind of domain clusters look, who knows? One filled with boggle orgies every night. One filled with weird, strange creatures. And then the
We're
pink...
on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, and then the pink, glittering city of Nod. And then all of that is forgotten. And like I said, this was going to be really short tonight because this was the finale. It was supposed to be the finale last week. So that's it. That's the end. All done.
Damn!
Yeah.
Woo.
Good shit, Justin.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Good soup.
Good soup.
Good soup.
Good soup.
I don't know what that's from.
TikTok.
It's,
Yeah. I hate TikTok. Thanks for
Oh.
watching, everybody. Like I said, yeah, really short session tonight because, like I said, this was supposed to happen last week, but the encounter went way too long. Don't know when the Ravenloft campaign is going to start after this because, like I said, I'm going through some shit, and I need to figure out my living situation before I, kind of make any new concrete kind of stuff going on. So yeah, there could be a hiatus across the channel sometime. There might be. Who knows? Take it as it goes. Thanks for joining us for this short little campaign. So, good night, everybody.
And come watch Codex Legendariums on
Yes.
Sundays with Justin.
yes.
Please do. For a hot party.
So fucking hot.
Bye.
These are the
No
guys,
idea.
the gals, and the non-binary pals.
That's right. Bye.